2 things that you should be doing today if you want to improve your health, your bone density, get fitter and stronger, and also improve your recovery from exercise and also potentially even your mood. And that is number 1, is to fall in love with protein. A study quite relatively recently, I've got some of the details in front of me here, so I'm looking at the screen. And those consuming less than 25% of their overall intake from protein, so essentially a quarter of your diet is coming from protein. So they looked at that and they compared that to people who were consuming more than 25%. And the people who were consuming more than 25% were leaner, they lost more body fat during the study, which is interesting. So, and it's no wonder why, really, when you consider hunger, when you consider mood, when you consider protein for your blood glucose control, when you consider you've got to put something in the tank, right? If you're not putting protein in the tank, what are you putting in instead? That's always the question that we ask. It's not about, more protein. And, some people might say, yeah, but what about your kidneys? Unless you've got kidney disease already, there is no research to suggest any issues with that. But of course, always speak to your GP about these things if you do have kidney issues. And even some of the studies, there's a lot of literature which really debates whether, even if you have kidney disease, if a higher protein diet could still be potentially beneficial, because, well, when you look at the mortality rates, there's not as much difference as perhaps they thought. In some cases, in some literature is suggesting, well, if quality of life is higher because people are recovering better, they're stronger, they're less weight potentially carrying, is that a good thing? Who knows? And it's interesting. I don't think there's a concrete answer in this, and it's definitely, but for most of the population, protein, making sure that we're consuming a good amount of that. And 25%, you might go, what's that? And unless you're counting calories, you're probably not going to know. But if you want a rough idea, if you go 1 to 2 hand size of protein every meal, you're probably going to be there or thereabouts. That could be like chicken, that could be meats, eggs. If you are, if you can as well, if you like beans, legumes, having them as your carbohydrate sources as well is going to bump up your protein because they're higher in protein. So that's a good way to look at it. I've actually got a 30 ways to increase your protein intake guide. If you want that, type in guide below and I'll send you over that protein guide for you. Number 2 is resistance exercise. So I see resistance exercise as something that even if you don't enjoy, you probably should do. A bit like going to work, or that necessary for life, really. Whether that's, I don't know, brushing your teeth. It's as necessary as that. I get up, I'm going to brush my teeth, get changed, do my resistance exercise. It should be in that sentence, really. When you look at the research in terms of mortality rates, morbidity, quality of life, the ability to climb stairs, keep muscle, that muscle-mind connection, a recent study showed that, better than aerobic alone, mind-muscle connection in terms of our neural ability to use muscles as we age as well. And this doesn't have to be massively going in and knowing what you're doing with a big bar. And this could be body weight squats. This could be push-ups on a wall, like our back to basics program we do. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. This could be 10 push-ups against the wall. Like I said, it could be getting up and down from a chair. If you can't get up and down all the way from the chair, put a few cushions on the chair, small movements on there, getting some tin of baked beans, doing some shoulder presses, side raises, which, I'm sorry, but side raises, out to the side here, after a while, that's going to hit you anyway. And of course, get some help if you're unsure. That's what we do. We focus on that. We work through it in our Kickstart, in our one-to-one, in our couples program as well, to make sure that you feel confident, safe doing it, just because the benefits are so vast. So they're the 2 things that I'd recommend everyone does if you want to improve your muscle tone, quality of life, make everyday tasks easier, eliminate joint ache, pains as well, and also just make everyday tasks easier, getting fitter, losing, potentially even helping with weight loss as well, or should I say fat loss rather than weight loss. So hope that helps. Any questions, let us know, and I'll see you soon. Take care.